of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Tar Heels will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Miami's offense will go on the attack first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can... Impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these...
Oh, he's got some space! And he'll finish the ride at the end zone! Touchdown, Miami!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense will get the ball for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away, they did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Canes! Special teams proving to be special. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Dropping back, it's Meadows. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Complete to the left. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. The snap sets up to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play. And when I talk about Miami linebackers, it is a bit of a sore subject for me. We played against the Canes in the Sugar Bowl my senior year in college. I got hit multiple times by multiple Miami linebackers and spent multiple days.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UNC! Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to try to return this one. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. Quickly out to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Tar Heels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to pass, it's Meadows. He's got his man across the middle. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Quickly complete. Turning it on. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction. and then break outside like you did there. Nice out-route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Spits it out to the back. Got a man. Smashes through the tackle. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line finding creases.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
It's a big-time moment for the defense. They're creating a negative play, getting a sack with the opponent right down on the goal line. Now that they've backed him up a little bit, a touchdown doesn't seem like it's just a gimme.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
And this one is perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Really couldn't ask for much more than this. An early 21-10 lead on the ball. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that.
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. And the Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Finds his man. It's Nicholson. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. On 4th down, trying to find his man. That's caught. It's Nicholson. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Creates a little space. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Just drives it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Looking to throw, it's Meadows. Rushes on him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Tar Heels will punt this one away. The last time they punted it went back for 6. He'll take it on the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Hurricane. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Lost to fire on 2nd down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. A deep tradition of backers who make plays and get after quarterbacks. Ray Lewis could do it all back in the day, just like this guy did.
And they look the same, don't they? They look the part, just big, physical, huge guys, but the speed element. Oh.
He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, Dave,
breaks into the open. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Canes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Miami!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that.
North Carolina, 10.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback making checks. Trying to get the corner. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They're going back to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Hurricanes will have it 1st and 10. Shield! One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Canes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they are going to be gassed.
Firing to the right, complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab. It's Nicholson. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points beforehand.
Yeah, 2 biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those 2 things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the 1st half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating 1st half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Makes the catch. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
The Tar Heels will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Just needs a crack to get a return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The run to the left. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it to the right side. He has the first and still on his feet. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll try it over the left side. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And on that play, the defense said, I've seen enough. You're not getting rushing touchdown number 4. Really showing some pride and some physicality.
He's going for the goal line. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. After not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Shakes off the defender. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. The give to the back. Turning it on!
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Got room to work. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Give to the running back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Getting set for the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The give as they work on that clock. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackle.
There he goes. Touchdown, Miami. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he capped it off with a 65-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Man, I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
Here's the pressure. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Makes a move. You always hear about guys in practice who run into the end zone no matter what. That's what's happening here. They'll go to the end zone, but there are flags on the field, and this one's coming back. A huge play is coming back because of the penalty. Of course, the defense says you wouldn't have got the huge play without committing the penalty. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 19 on the big run. The Hurricanes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. And the Tar Heels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Complete to the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Tar Heels getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Took a shot as he threw. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Under fire. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left. The Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Timeout called by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. The offense changing the play. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Converts on 4th down, still going. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Nicholson. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Back to the ground game on the left. Finding an escape route. Flying down the left side. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the pass falls to the ground, and the ball game is over. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.